What is good, YouTube? Hey! Happy 4th of July. I mean, technically it's July 3rd. Tomorrow's 4th of July. But I figured, hey, we're going to be celebrating the independence of America, our freedom, and what's a big part of freedom? Freedom of speech. And so I figured, why not do White America from Eminem in our Eminem week, as we're doing Eminem season. We'll call it the Eminem season as we wait for him to drop. And so, yeah, White America, because I remember this came out in a time when I think Eminem was I mean, he's always been at the top, but this was like a different level of top. He was at the top of his game. People were protesting him. He had Congress coming against him. He had Vice President Dick Cheney coming against him. And you know, because he was controversial. And this was a perfect song in that time. And I'm so excited about it. So, let's jump into this, but can you guys do me a favor? Hit that subscribe button right there. We're on the road to 10K. Man, it would be so cool if I woke up on 4th of July and had 10,000. I would just be like, we would be celebrating beyond celebrating if I had 10,000 subs. But yeah, let's jump into this. This is a song. I know the song. Never broke down the lyrics. I don't even know if this is a song that has a lot of bars in it. I don't even know if it's a bar of a song. I think it's just... I think he's just putting his stamp on where he was at. And so, yeah. Sorry, guys. Choking here. Let's jump into this. I'm excited about this one. Eminem. Let's go. Ooh, you can hear that. Elevator music. Okay. I've never seen the official video ever. So this will be something I can react to.
Ground floor, Mr. Mathers. Welcome to White America.
Okay. Hear the Jets.
We love you. How many people are proud to be citizens of this beautiful country of ours?
I am proud to be a citizen of this beautiful country of ours. Now, do we have problems? Well, if you live under a rock, you still know we have problems. But it's still the greatest country on earth. It still is. Anyways, let's get this back. I want to hear his speech. Come on, President Marshall Mathers. I'm tongue twisted today. Let's do this. And again, you know, I want to give a shout out to our veterans. Thank you for fighting for us. We're obviously celebrating our independence. It wouldn't have been without, you know, the warriors of America fighting all throughout time up until we are now. No matter where you land on the legality or the illegality of wars that we have been in, our troops deserve our support. And I want to say thank you all for your service. Thank you. From a liberal, I am so grateful for the fact that you have fought for our rights to have freedom of speech. And here's another thing about freedom of speech. This is what he's going to talk about. You know, freedom of speech is only there when you're offended. You know, like if you're not offended, you know, you don't need freedom of speech. Like if everyone's talking the same echo chamber, then you don't need freedom of speech. But when there's opposing opinions, left versus right, which is, I think, it's sad, honestly, but when you have that, that's where you want freedom of speech. You want to be able to speak against the government. You want to be able to speak against those things, those values that you don't believe are right. And here's the thing. We may have a different value system, and it's okay. I think we as different, diverse people in America, we need to be able to speak our truth. So, and I know people say, well, there's only one truth. No, some truth is subjective. Like, some people can say, hey, I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and someone can say, no, I don't like them. And both of those statements can be true. So, anyways, I'm rambling already. Yeah. Sworn to uphold. Or so we're told.
Dreamed in a million years I'd see so many motherfucking people who feel like me, who
Yeah.
share the same views and the same exact beliefs.
They're all zombies.
Army marching in back of me. So many lives I touched, so much anger aimed in no particular direction. Just sprays and sprays straight through your radio waves. It plays and plays. So this
Police
stays
brutality.
stuck in your head for days and days.
I love this because you have, look at this. This is so cool. This video is cool because you just have these zombies who really don't give a crap about anything, zooming, to the panning to the right, with these cops doing police brutality. Now, really back, remember, back in the late 90s, we had, this is where like NWA came from, all this stuff, this police brutality. I remember it was Rodney King, right? Rodney King, where he was beaten by police officers and the police officers went to trial. They were found innocent. I lived in LA when this happened. I mean, the riots were insane. But all of this like stuff came from it progressed long before that, but this was like the catalyst that launched all of these incredible bands that inspired M, who also, in the late 90s, early 2000s, it's dealing with the same kind of stuff. But it wasn't just police brutality. We'll see it's global brutality. But I love it that it pans to M now. And it says transcendentalist, American transcendentalist there. And he's sitting there as a zombie just on doing his own thing. And people are following after that. It's brilliant. Brilliant.
It plays and plays, so it stays stuck in your head for days and days. Who would have thought standing in this mirror, bleaching my hair with some peroxide, reaching for a t-shirt to wear that I would carry pulled to the forefront of rap
Right.
like this. How could I predict my words and have an impact like this? I must have struck a chord with somebody up in
Right.
the office, cause Congress keeps telling me I ain't causing nothing but problems, and now they're saying I'm in trouble with the government. I'm loving it. I shovel shit on my life, and now I'm jumping in on it.
That's such a great bar. So he says, caution, Marshall Mathers may be rapping loudly into a microphone, exercising free speech and causing controversy amongst youth. His words are dangerous. Approach him with a massive weapon. Unlawful use of profanity. That's the thing. That's the thing. So many people came against him. They really tried to cancel him during this time. And literally all he was doing was saying what people thought, but that they were afraid to say. And I actually loved the fact, even as a Christian, I loved the fact that you had someone that was so blunt and so black and white, like you always knew where they stood. There was no games. He was just, this is where I stand. And he was so good with his lyricism from day one. I just love this. But yeah, he he went to the top, and everyone fell in love with his brutal honesty and his transparency on this, and I just think it's brilliant. And I love the fact that he says, Congress is causing me nothing but problems, and all I'm literally doing is talking about the junk in my life, and it's causing so many problems, But the reality is Eminem's life before fame was very common to most of our lives, most people's lives. We lived in a dysfunctional America, and we had the ideology of great America, but it just hasn't been as great as it could be. And he's just speaking on it.
To the forefront of rap like this. How could I predict my words and have an impact like this? I must have struck a chord with somebody up in the office, cause Congress keeps telling me I ain't causing nothing but problems. And now they're saying I'm in trouble with the government. I'm loving it. I shovel shit on my life, and now I'm jumping in on it.
And I love like the beat. I love it's got that eerie like build up. It's it's got the grunge in there. I love all of that. And I just love how he's angry when he's talking about it, but he's being really methodical on it. What he's saying. It's great flow, great cadence, all of it.
With the government, I'm loving it. I shovel shit on my life, and now I'm jumping in on it.
White America.
I could be one of your kids. White America.
School shooters, yep.
Looks just like this. White
Yep.
America. Erica loves my shit. I go to TRL. Look how many hugs I get.
Wow.
White America. I could be one of your kids. White America. Eric looks just like this. White America. Erica loves my shit. I go to TRL. Look how many hugs I get. Look at
I mean, think about that. We had the Columbine school shootings back in those times, and then it just excelled, and it became a national crisis. It's still a crisis to this day, you know? The ideology of America is great. The reality of it has been challenging. Still the greatest country on the planet, but man, we've got some stuff to work out. Oh, TRL. Do you guys remember TRL? What was that? It was Total Request Live with Carson Daly. Man, I used to watch that in the late 90s, early 2000s. I remember, man, I wish MTV would do that. MTV used to actually play music videos back in the day, and they used to have a fan favorite show where they did a countdown of the top 10 videos, you know, the fans voted on each week, which was TRL. And I remember I watched like the Red Hot Chili Peppers on there. I saw Britney Spears on there, Eminem on there. I've seen, I think, NSYNC, Newsboys. Those guys are on there. It was such a great thing. They would interview the artists, play the videos. It was that, and it was also Headbangers Ball for me. I used to love Headbangers Ball. Man, those are the days. Okay, let's get back to the next verse.
I go to TRL. Look how many hugs I get. Look at these eyes, baby blue, baby, just like yourself. If they
Right?
brown, shady lose, shady sits on the shelf. But shady's cute, shady news, shady's dimples would help. Make ladies swoon, baby. Baby, look at myself. Let's do the math. If I was black, I would've sold half.
Yep.
I ain't have to graduate from Lincoln High School to know that. But I can rap, so school, I'm too cool to go back. Give me the mic, show me where the studio's at.
See, I love this because, you know, people say that Eminem, from early on, that he's appropriating black culture, that he's coming in as he's not a part of the culture, and he's acknowledging, listen, he's not appropriating it, but he's like, listen, I know because I'm white that at least early on, you know, it helped my sales. If my eyes were brown, if I had black skin, I wouldn't have the sales I have. At the same time, Eminem has proven over the last 30 years that he should be number one. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. You know, like he said in his Toby song that I reacted to yesterday, he said, "Listen, how am I like not top 5? I'm on the 5th on the list. Like I've been on tracks with those other people, and I've slaughtered them. How am I still underneath them? You know? And it's because they won't put him in top 5 because he's white. You know? I mean, it's to call it. It's facts. It's facts. He's a great lyricist, great artist. He's had banger after banger. He's had hit after hit. He can do anything musically what he wants to do, anything lyrically that he wants to do. He's brilliant. And he's 50-something years old, and he's still on top. Still on top. Still doing numbers.
School, I'm too cool to go back. Give me the mic. Show me where the studio's at.
They're like, nope.
No one gave a fuck. I was white. No
Right.
wanted to sign me. Almost gave up. I was like, it until I met Dre. The only one who looked past gave me a chance, and I lit a fire up under his
Yeah.
to get back to the top. Every fan black that I got was probably his in exchange for every white man that he's got.
Yeah.
And we just swapped, sitting back looking at shit. Wow. I'm like, my skin is just starting to work to my benefit now. It's white America.
See, he acknowledges it. He acknowledges that it was a benefit. And I remember hearing a Dre interview about Eminem coming in his yellow jumpsuit, you know. But he said he couldn't believe how many people were racist against him. Like, you can't work with a white boy. You can't work with a white boy. And Dre's like, this guy's fire. You guys can't work with it. And it caused so much division when he wanted to start his Aftermath label. And it was a problem. But he went with his gut, never looked back. And, I mean, Dre's a billionaire now. So, I mean, what are you going to say to that? What are you going to say to that? Ah, it's a great song. Great song. Great song.
My skin is just starting to work to my benefit now. It's white America. I could be one of your kids. White America.
White America.
Eric looks just like this. White America. Erica loves my shit. I go to TRL. Look how
Drug
many
use,
hugs
yeah.
I get. White America. I could be one of your kids. White America. Eric looks just like this. White America. Erica loves my shit. I go to TRL. Look how many hugs I get. See, the problem is I speak to suburban
True,
kids.
facts.
Otherwise woulda never knew these words exist.
Right.
Moms probably woulda never gave 2 squirts of till I
Right.
created so much turbulence.
True.
Straight out
That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, there's the first one, Slim Shady came out and he said something to the effect that Dr. Dre, he's locked up in my basement, you know? We were like, oh. And then we realized he was produced by Dre, and we're like, whoa. And it flipped. It was like the coolest thing. We could not believe it. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, I remember that.
I created so much turbulence straight out the tube right into your living rooms. I came and kids flipped.
The Eminem Show.
Produced by Dre. That's all it took, and they were instantly hooked right in. And they connected with me too because I look like them. That's why they put my lyrics up under this microscope. Section with a fine-tooth comb. It's like this rope waiting to choke, tightening around my throat, watching me while I write this like I don't like this. No, all I hear is lyrics, constant controversy, sponsors working round the clock to try to stop my concerts early. Surely hip-hop was never a problem in Harlem, only in Boston. After it bothered your fathers of God is starting to blossom. So now I'm catching the flag from these activists when they rag and acting like I'm the first rapper to smack a. Just look at me like I'm your closest pal, the poster child, the motherfucking spokesman now.
Yeah, again, this brings back so many memories of the times. I remember a couple of things. I remember, it wasn't quite right. Who was it? It was Dean Snyder, I believe. Anyways, he had to testify before Congress because, you know, the conservative of that time, the conservative circle of that time, were saying that it's devil music, it's influencing it, and it was a big ol' hype. And then that was going on in the background, already kind of setting the stage. And then Eminem comes on, and they're like, listen, his music is causing people to kill themselves, they're drugging themselves, all these different things. He's a bad influence. He's, you know, and obviously it wasn't necessarily true. And it was just this really, really bad time where the masses would come out. They would pick at Eminem. They would cause these things. And Eminem was like, listen, I'm not the first rapper to say this stuff. Why are you coming against me? Because I'm white? Is that why? And he's flipping it in a sense. And he's like, why are you attacking me? Why are you guys protesting my shows? This isn't a problem over the, you know, in these other areas, but it's a problem now? No, it's because he had a voice, he had a platform. And he used it to show what was wrong with America when it came to free speech, with all the different things. He spoke his mind, and people listened. Man, if he would have run for president at the height of this time, he probably would have won, honestly. Those are the days. Those are the days.
I'm your closest pal, the poster child, the motherfucking spokesman now for white America. I could be one of your kids. White America. Eric looks just like this. White America. Erica loves my I go to TLL.
Oh, cassette tapes.
How many hugs I get. White America. I could be one of your kids. White America. Eric looks just like this. White America. Erica loves my I go to TRL. Look how many hugs I get. So to the parents of America, I am the damager aimed at little Erica to attack her character. The ringleader of this circus of worthless pawns, sent to lead the march right up to the steps of Congress and to the lords of the White House. To burn the casket, replace it with a parental advisory sticker. To spit liquor in the faces of this democracy of hypocrisy. You, Miss Cheney.
Oh man, this was fire back in the day. Because the parental advisory sticker, I mean, that was new when this stuff came out. It wasn't something that it's very standard now, but it was so new back then. And how he was saying this, and we're gonna go to the White House and pee on it, you know, again, I don't cuss. And then he's like, F you, Chinny, F you. I mean, this was like so bold because you had never had somebody come against the government, or the government, I should say the government come against just a civilian, and the civilian fight back so hard and have a voice and a platform, to where the political parties that were coming against him looked foolish at that time. It looked like it was like abuse of power at that time. You know, they were fighting on one hand for freedom of speech, but they were attacking freedom of speech at that time. They were for freedom of speech as long as they agreed with it, but they weren't for it when they disagreed with it. And the problem is, if you disagree with freedom of speech, that's when freedom of speech is needed. When you don't agree. Oh, this was such an FU to the politicians of that time. Oh, this is great. This is great. Yeah.
You with the freest of space, this divided states of embarrassment will allow me to.
That's a bar, by the way. Divided states of embarrassment instead of United States of America. That is a bar.
You with the freest of space, this divided states of embarrassment will allow me to have.
And look who he has on this TV. I mean, this is all the stuff that was going on. Of course, he's making it. Bitch Chinny. Look at how she looks. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. The teeth. Look at that.
You with the freest of space, this divided.
Right there. I'm pointing to it. You can't see Miss Chinny. It's so bad. This is so bad.
Embarrassment will allow me to have.
Yeah. We were just like, when this dropped, we were like,
I'm just playing, America. You know I love you.
he was the greatest troll. But can you guys imagine, put yourself in the shoes, the government, the vice president, his wife, coming against you as a civilian because of something you said. Can you imagine the pressure, just getting in front of the camera and getting, causing this divide that didn't need to be there. Didn't need to be there. You could have just addressed the culture, the culture has been biased. There has been things going on that it hasn't been, America hasn't been great to everyone. You can't even say that now. Like, you say it now and it's like, it's battle zone. But this is so great. This is great. Man, I love this song. It's fire. It's beat. To me, it's like a 10 out of 10 for M. It's so good. So there you guys go. There wasn't a lot to break down on this one. It was just he's storytelling like he does. Eminem's really good at storytelling. And this was you just had to be there. And I know a lot of you guys were, but man, if you guys were there and you remember the times, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. I should probably do it this way. Hit me up in the comments and let me know, like, when this dropped originally, what it did to you, how it made you feel. Because I know for me, it was the anthem of my generation. It really was. So God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.